Hello, and welcome to another NoDragonsPlz tutorial, Small YouTubers Boost. You guys seem to enjoy the tutorial about playlists, so in continuing with talking about gaming, we are going to go ahead and we're going to discuss, we're actually going to discuss live streaming today. And how it relates to gaming, and why you should actually do live streaming as well. Sorry if I sound a little congested. It's cold here, and as a result, when I walk outside, I go into allergies. Alright, so we're going to go into our live dashboard first, and we're just going to talk about everything. So initially when you start streaming, you're not going to have a thumbnail. But once you put up a thumbnail, you're going to always have to change it. So that's really easy to do. You just go into change thumbnail, and I go ahead and go into... I like to keep my thumbnails kind of organized, so as you can see, I have all this. But for example, say I would be doing a Black Ops 4 stream, I would switch the thumbnail to Black Ops 4. That's not what I'm going to be doing. I'll probably do a Dark Souls 3 stream again when I do stream again. So there is that. And then, of course, encoding software... this is not going to be showing you how to set up your OBS. If you do want that tutorial, I would be more than happy to go ahead and do that tutorial. But for right now, I'm not going to do that tutorial about how to set up your OBS, because I'm just talking about live streaming on the YouTube side of things and not setting up the live stream. But as you can see, I'm recording with OBS, so that it's going to be my encoding software when I do go live. I actually use Streamlabs OBS because of the synergy between it, but perhaps you just want to use, vanilla OBS and, just do that. But then you would set up your encoding software. You'd make sure that your key down here, which obviously I'm not going to reveal, because if you reveal your key to anyone, then they can go ahead and take control of your live stream, and you might have to ask for a new key, which can be difficult to do since it is YouTube. On Twitch, it is a little bit easier to request a new key, but if you request a new key too many times, it might flag your settings, and that would not be good. So, obviously you get all that set up in your encoding software, then you're going to add your stream info. So right here, I just do a brief description of what I'm going to be doing for that stream, and then my normal link stuff. Which, actually, I need to take out 1337 Energy, because I'm not really supporting them anymore. In fact, let's actually do that right here. Maybe not. Just kidding. I'll do it some other time, because... Well, actually, I can do it. Sorry. It's just bothering me enough. If you do have sponsors, this is where you would want to have sponsors, but if your sponsors aren't very responsive to you, you can go ahead and take them out. And then, obviously, channel Discord and all that. You can feel free to do so. And then, since we're talking about gaming, you're going to obviously want the game. Obviously, I'm doing Dark Souls 3. Let's say I want to do My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. I would change it to that. But we're going to do Dark Souls 3. So, we're going to keep it that. And it automatically saves on the live stream, the live streaming page. And this is your stream now page as well. So, then you go into stream options. You do have... You can enable DVR. This is good if you want viewers to go ahead and, be able to go back on your live stream. I always recommend it just because maybe a viewer has to go away for 15 minutes and they just want to go back to the 15 minutes and catch up with you a little bit later on. They can do that. And then if you're going to just... So you have this option to make archive unlisted when complete. And... you would probably only do that if you need to make some changes to the live stream, like maybe add some YouTube audio, or you want to add an end screen or something like that before, obviously, the archive is, available for everyone else. Then you have normal latency, low latency, ultra low latency. You guys can read this really quickly. It kind of shows all of that, and basically what they do. Obviously, normal latency will be good for people who want better quality viewer playbacks, but it might be a little bit lagging. Low latency is good for near real-time interaction, and then ultra-low latency will just be like, there'll be almost no delay. All it does is put delay between you and the user who's watching by kind of padding the bits that are sent out from your stream a little bit to where they go ahead and get bits, like they get the bits from your stream, but the stream kind of waits to have a certain amount of bits before it starts playing at a certain point, which is why if you have internet issues, ultra-low latency is really bad, because obviously when you start having problems, they're going to start having problems on their side. With low and normal, it's a little bit more padded. Obviously, if you have monetization, you can monetize with ads, and then you usually have Super Chat unlocked as well. And memberships when you have monetization, and then you have cards, which you can add cards. This really only is important for the archive. It doesn't really affect the actual live streaming portion of it. Now, let's say you don't want to stream now. You can just go to events, and you can go ahead and set up an event. These events were set from my PS4, which actually I can end up getting rid of these events. I don't necessarily need them anymore. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to do that. I'll have to look into what happens in this. But you can set up events. And since I did it for my PS4, for some reason they have no expiration, and I really don't understand that. But that's weird. Obviously, then you can go to camera, and it would just show your webcam, and it'd be doing a live stream straight from your webcam. We're not going to do that. But to set up a new live event, you just do this. And then you just put in all the data and then the time that you're expecting to go live. I only recommend this if you can actually consistently do a live streaming schedule. If you are more like me and you can only do live streaming when you get everything set up and you're ready to go, then I wouldn't recommend doing events, because events are going to give people notifications, and if you don't start the event, they're obviously not going to see anything. That's going to make people mad, and that won't be good. So that pretty much sums up the basic live streaming portion. I want to go into the more advanced live streaming portion as well, because this is where you really get people to tune into your live stream. So, as you can see, just like a video, you have tags. So, like, for example, Dark Souls 3 blind playthrough, Dark Souls 3 new player, Dark Souls 3 new player. This is all stuff that would relate to my stream and the stream I'm going to be putting out for people to enjoy. I recommend you have these tags as accurate as possible. And then also go into your advanced settings. You can see that you have a few more options. Like, you can make it to where only members can send messages. I don't have any members, so that would be a little ridiculous. And it's probably not a stream I would necessarily do anytime in the future. Near future, anyway. Maybe eventually, if my channel gets a lot bigger, then that would be a members-only live stream. But for right now, obviously I don't want to do a members-only live stream, because then no one's going to be able to chat in my chat unless they become a member, and then that's almost forcing people to become a member. And then, of course, you have slow mode. Again, not really anything that you would want as a new streamer. This is probably more what you would want, like, when your stream starts seeing maybe 200 people active, 300 people active. But in the range that I generally get, which can be anywhere from 5 to, say, 15, I wouldn't say you want to enable slow mode, because you want chat as active as it can possibly get, because how YouTube factors in the chat is it actually counts as your comments. And so for the comments, it basically raises your engagement score. The more active your chat is, the more likely YouTube's going to post or advertise your chat to people who have relevant search interest, because it makes them money if you can keep people on the page. And a more engaging live stream is going to exactly do that. It's going to keep people on the page, and YouTube likes that. So if your live stream's really engaging, like you're getting a lot of chat, you're getting a decent amount of watch time, then YouTube will promote your live stream a lot more than, say, if you have people just drop in for about a minute and then leave and not even say anything. So obviously you want to try and always engage with your chat. I think it's something that newer streamers tend to sometimes forget, but it is something you definitely want to do. You always want to have some way to be able to engage with your chat, because it also allows you to increase your engagement of the live stream. Here you can select a language. For me, obviously, English would be applicable. I only do that when I'm getting ready to start the live stream. Same for recording date. I only pick the day that I'm going to start the live stream. Age restriction. You're not going to make any ability to monetize, but this might be needed depending on, say, the game you're playing. If it's, say, like Honey Pop, which has a lot of adult themes, you probably don't want kids to see that. Right here, allow comments, sort by top comments. What basically happens is your videos, which I'm going to go ahead and show you this part. So when you stream, generally YouTube leaves a copy of the stream as a video for anyone that wants to go ahead and look. So say, it's been a while. I added a lot of videos, so I have to go actually look through all this. But what happens is, when you get to... Do I have to go down one more? No, I don't. So here, you can see I have no comments, but I do have a live chat replay. But if people wanted to comment on, say, my live stream afterwards, this enables them to be able to do so. So that's going to cover that. Now I want to go into gaming, or YouTube gaming, because this is going away. This lovely thing right here is going away. I actually like gaming.youtube.com, and it's unfortunate that's going away, but I also understand that people were mainly looking at live streams on YouTube anyway, so there's not a huge reason to go ahead and have, obviously, a separate site just for gaming. And they're doing this to just kind of push the gaming side of things back onto the site. So, let's talk about the YouTube gaming page. And actually, here, let's even talk about Twitch as well. Let's talk about Twitch. I'm going to pause that. Obviously, I'm hosting someone. I actually want to go to browse. So let's talk about Twitch as well, in addition to YouTube gaming, because maybe as a gaming streamer, you actually want to be looking at Twitch. So here is the advice I was told. And actually, it's pretty good advice. So see how you can see how many people are watching worldwide, and obviously, there's a lot more people on Twitch than there are on YouTube, just because of how everything ends up working out. So I was told that, like the first games, you basically don't want to be in. If you're in those first games, you're probably going to get... Actually, we can even look. We can actually even look. So if you're in those first games, you're likely not going to be recommended. Like, as you can see, they go by how many people are watching. So, I would have to go to see all if I wanted to, say, see a Fortnite streamer with maybe only 8 people watching. And that's not good. A viewer's generally not going to look at that when they see basically all this. They are going to want to just look at the top streamers. So you don't ever do the first page. I mean, if you really enjoy it, you can, and maybe you can get people to tune into it, but you're less likely to get seen on, like, say, first page stuff than you are on, say, second page stuff. And let's actually go see all, because it'll actually make it a nicer list. So this way you see rows. So first row pretty much out. Second row you can kind of be considering, because there's less people watching it, meaning there's likely less streamers on that are doing it. Third row you're pretty safe to actually do. By fourth row, it's a hit or miss. Like, maybe someone's tuning in to a game like Lineage. I don't even know what Lineage is, but maybe someone's watching Lineage, and you can get the market on Lineage. The further down you go, the less of a quote-unquote good game it is to play, because obviously, as you can see, the viewership starts to fall off, and that means that you might not necessarily get viewers. So the reason I also bring Twitch into this is because, as you can see, they have a first row, and this is only popular because the game's done quick right now. It would obviously drop to near bottom. As you can see, first row, probably not something yet you want to try and stream into. Second row, maybe there's a couple games that you want to stream into, especially if you enjoy them. Third row's looking better because even though there's less viewers, that also means there's probably less bigger streamers that are taking the market. Fourth row, and for Twitch, you probably don't want to go anything below like 6-ish row. I think I obviously do because I play Dark Souls 3, so it does. And that's a rare kind of coincidence. I mean, sometimes, like, you do want to choose a game that maybe a lot of people aren't covering because there is still a viewership. Like, for example, Dark Souls 3, I actually get a decent amount of people that come in to watch that. Just because, obviously, there's not a whole bunch of people who are doing it. Warframe's, like, kind of another good one of... There's a lot of viewers who want to watch stuff, but they don't necessarily have people to watch. So... kind of just do some research. In fact, we'll even look in Warframe. Like, as you can see, there's only about 1.8k, and someone already has about 1/9 of the viewership. But, as you can see, a lot of these people have 4 to 3 viewers, so they're doing fine. I mean, though obviously the lower you get, the less viewers there are going to be. But sometimes it is good to choose a game that not a lot of people are playing, just because... people are looking for it. Like, for example, if I was to do a Let's Play of The Division, I imagine that I could get a decent amount of people looking for it, especially since The Division 2 was announced. So, that is possible. It's just something to go ahead and keep in mind. Anyway, so this should conclude... Oh, actually, here. I do want to show you guys that engagement counts. So let's go into our analytics. So we're going to go into our analytics, and we're going to go into, obviously I'm going to have a lot of videos in playlists because I just added to playlists. But we're going to go into, so this. As you can see, a huge amount of comments was generated on this day. And wouldn't you know, I happened to be streaming this day. So obviously it's going to factor in a lot of comments. That's going to make my channel a lot better. It's also going to be able to, say, make that video maybe get a few more additional views outside of the stream. The YouTube algorithm kind of tweaks things to how it works for streaming, but, you know, obviously that's going to give people incentive to look at that through the YouTube algorithm, because they'll be like, okay, well, this stream was really engaging, so we want to promote it a bit more. But that's going to cover all of live streaming. I hope you have enjoyed, and if you do want to see me potentially go through a setup of OBS, just let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to go ahead and set this up, but I thought perhaps that you would want to know a bit more about how to optimize people watching your live stream, as opposed to how to set up a live stream. So, with that, I am going to go. I think I figured out my thing. So, my challenge for you... There's a dragon, and you must slay him, and that dragon is called SEO. So, in the next couple days on your gaming live streams, or just live streams in general, but in the next couple days on your gaming live streams, I want you to figure out what tool you're going to slay the dragon with. Are you going to do it with good tags? Are you going to do it with an attractive title? Are you going to do it with a great thumbnail? I would love to know, but let me know in the comments, and I will probably see you guys on another tutorial. Bye!